back to a series so monstrous. Even Godzilla subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is crashing out at Asmongold, saying that he's
Yipes. Yeah, Hasan is a piece of trash. It turns out anyone would know.
spawn camping kids to brainwash them. Tectone has responded. Hasan has just admitted to actually trying to convert other influencers into extremist leftists.
What a piece of trash. I mean, extremist leftist. Hasan is not freaking American way he acts. He acts like a terrorist. I mean, more Pegasus. He's not American, but he acts more American than Hasan, who's born in America. I mean, that's literally how bad it is. Hasan is a terrorist supporter for anyone to know, and also subscribe to my channel. Literally, that's how bad it is. I agree more Pegasus to anyone else, and more Pegasus looks pretty darn good for a person.
He's also very mad at Dan Saltman for posting a clip about him that's going viral on Twitter, and he's calling him a genocidal freak. A new article glazing Hasan has dropped, and it is embarrassing.
That's pretty dang embarrassing. Holy God.
Ethan has responded, going on an hour-long rant exposing Hasan, and
that's another W for Ethan. I mean, I don't watch his content. I'm not even really subscribed to him. But the way he's treating everything is perfectly good. I mean, he's not telling everyone, go to Gaza and have fun. Literally, that's what basically the ones who hate all these videos I do of freaking these guys.
A bunch of more updates. Subscribe. We are at episode 90. I can't believe there's been so much content, but we're not stopping anytime soon. Grab your popcorn and let's begin. Let him know, Jellywig.
Let's up those numbers!
Now
let's up those numbers. What he really means is adult beverage, he will say in one clip.
Begin with this tweet. Hasan throws shots at the kids who watch people like Asmongold and Andrew Tate.
I know that there's a lot of people.
That's Asmongold is a great person, actually. His place was just messy as they'll get out, and he would play like crazy. But what you expect? Asmongold is a gamer, and Hasan is a piece of trash. I'm joking.
People who started watching me when they were like 12. I know that. And they just like grew up watching me, which is good, I think. Under different circumstances, I say is bad, but I know what that environment looks like outside. Like, could you imagine a 12-year-old learning politics from like?
Yeah, 12-year-olds should not really get into politics because their view is a lot different than me at 12 years old would not understand anything. I mean, at 12-year-old, you haven't worked a job. You haven't learned anything. I mean, really, you should work a job or at least learn stuff, which is important to the regular person before really voting, because you don't know what the politician is really saying. I mean, you get a person who's just turned 18 and go out and vote. That's going to be difficult. Or just watch Hasan all day and you would automatically say, I'm going to go to Gaza and have some fun.
Watching fucking Andrew Tate or like Asmongold or some shit, you know what I mean? That's like, devastating. That is you're just getting one-shotted from the jump.
And when I say fun, I mean become meat patty.
You're coming into an environment where you're just like, I am going to learn everything on the opposite side of reality.
And one thing is, I wish the terrorists would just leave Gaza and this whole thing would be over with. Literally, this whole massacre of children and all this would end the second the terrorists just pull out. But no, they must take out all the children. They must hurt all of them. And this guy is supporting the deaths of Gazan people.
New kids in corporate settings are talking like that chatter. It's insane, law.
And this guy has not spent a single day in your guys' life. For anyone who watches this, don't realize he hasn't spent a single millimeter of his time in a poor man's feet. He's been rich his whole life because his dad is a freaking politician in Turkey. I don't know about his mom, but they have millions. He's never had to starve like I have had. He's not had, like, my family members, when they had no money to buy food, he's never had to deal with it. This guy has lied to everyone all the time.
Yeah, you got spawn camped. It's over. You have to hit a reset. It's over. You took L after L from the start.
Yeah, so 12-year-olds learning.
And for a fact, anyone looks at my apartment, you guys have no clue. At one point, I was living on very little at one time. It's surprising enough for what I have now, a larger myself. I just bought more recently. And no, I'm not rich. I bought certain stuff on sale.
Politics from Tate or Asman. First off, they are not the same.
Oh, Tate, the guy who loves women so much that he's actually wants to, I wish I could say the words, do to them. And and actually how Tate actually made all his money was doing adult rated stuff and have the women use their bodies and predatory just so he can make more money. He's going to try to get out of it because he has the money. That's all.
Same people, obviously, wildly different individuals. Second off,
Asmund Gold, he's like us. He did not live with money. He actually grew up as a regular person, working at Walmart, working with everyone. His dad, was working for the government. But government people are not paid on a lot of money, especially his father. So he understands, his mom has a 2-bedroom, like at least a double-story house. But he cared about her, but he's learning about other stuff now. And he's a great guy.
you know what's worse? Learning politics from Hasan Piker as a 12-year-old. You're literally gonna grow up to
You'll be brain dead.
be a terrorist songwriter.
You'll be the guy who goes to Gaza and do horrible things to women if you listen to Hasan every day.
That is the true spawn camping, the true one-shot. At least if you watch Asman, you'll have some semblance of logic.
And no, I'm not on the Democrat side or the Republican side, even though I did say at one time in my messages, I'm on neither. I will vote. Hopefully I vote good. But majority of the time, my area votes Democrat anyways.
Logic, a little bit of ability to disagree with others and not blow up your shit. If you watch Hasan, you'll learn exactly how to completely mess up your life and pretty much land in prison because you'll be learning the expert values of lying.
That's the one thing I want to do. Actually, one time we had a protest nearby where I live for take care of they did not want the pipeline to make it through this area. They were throwing garbage everywhere and littering this one road, which I had to drive through many of times, with garbage. I literally wish I was joking.
Slander, supporting and justifying violence, potentially taking.
And in reality, no one here cared because they're just building the pipeline through so we could get oil, and they're burning shit. They're destroying the nature area. It took a while for that area, that little part, to recover after them guys were done here. For what? The oil line would be gone through no matter what. So it gone through. It wasted hours, and these people had a lot of money. And some of these protesters, they're paid. Some of them are paid good money to protest.
Taking part in it. He constantly talks about escalating and we need to have a revolution. This is the perfect time.
We don't need a revolution. The United States was made in a way that it would be nearly impossible to make a king. Even if Donald Trump wanted to, or any other president wanted to, it's nearly impossible. I mean, it'd take an act of God to make this government into a dictatorship because there's so much stuff to stop it. We have anti-king laws in the United States to eliminate dictators. You can say the people who made our founding father was thinking about Donald Trump, thinking about stuff beyond us. I don't know how they were thinking. Maybe something was giving them knowledge.
And he'll basically command you to do his dirty work while he sits in his goddamn $3 million mansion. Also, did I hear that part about hit or reset correct? Is he telling kids to kill themselves? If they happen to...
If you're a kid, never watch this piece of trash. Watch Mars Pegasus. Watch Asmongold.
Watch Asmongold or something. I mean, how do you full reset in life? That's just not a thing, is it? But I think in general, 12-year-olds should probably not be into politics. They should be being kids, you know, playing video games, hanging with their friends, and not be.
That's 100% right. If you're like 12 years old or 16, play some video games, study for school, study for college. When you get 18, spend your time some bit watching some politics if you wish, or just make YouTube videos on your favorite game. Spend some time to learn what each side really means before entering. There's a lot of people who don't actually vote. I mean, my brother hasn't voted for years. Actually, I doubt he has voted once, and he's in practically 40s to 50s. So a lot of people don't actually vote.
Indoctrinated into some random political ideology when it's basically just some miserable people trying to bring each other down. People responded, what is his obsession with children lately? It's weird. Asmongold isn't appropriate for kids because of the topics he covers, and Andrew Tate isn't appropriate for kids because he's a grifter teaching men to live like a degenerate hedonist. But Hasan isn't for kids because he supports violent terrorist groups. I feel like
that's very true. But not Asmongold. Especially in the early days of Asmongold, that was like tips and tricks on how to play World of Warcraft. About slaughtering your enemies in video games. The fun part. Actually, in Warframe today, I actually made all my enemies turn red so I can tell for them from long distance. So they become like glowing Christmas trees. Fine.
It's the pot calling the kettle black here. Right, so Tectone responded.
I know that there's a lot of people who started watching me when they were like 12. I know that. And
you think that people watched you when you were 12? No, no one watched you when they were fucking 12. Okay, they watched you.
Actually, there might be a few of them. You can't tell. Maybe they're probably the parents who were watching Hasan when they were 12. That's probably what he meant.
When they turned like 17, 18, because their girlfriend said, "Oh, Hasan's my favorite streamer," because they're all a bunch of fucking woke feminists, right? And their slave boyfriends who can't do any better have to suffer through watching this mindless fucking slop and become radicalized woke lefties. Otherwise, they won't get head from their girlfriend that day.
You know, unironically, some guys actually do this. They have the whole male feminist stereotype. Let me just automatically agree with everything this girl says in order to sleep with her. Oh, you're a radical freak who supports Hasan? Yes, me too. I love terrorism too. It's actually cool. Now take off your...
Men will do a lot for a woman. When I was dating someone, I would give her a bunch of stuff. I would basically spend a bunch of money on the person I was dating. And at the end, she considered me as a cash cow. And one day when I had just started setting up for YouTube more and bought the new computer, she thought all my money was hers. She literally flat out said that to my face. Said, I thought all the money you had was mine. She literally flat out said that to me. And at that point, we were not even dating anymore. It was basically the end. And she expected me to pay her so-called boyfriend who was trying to scam her on money, $1,500. And I had just got everything back at that time. So I had some money, but by that point, by the time she found out, she probably saw me at Walmart buying a whole bunch of stuff. No, it wasn't the lottery or anything. It was just payback for all the mess I had gone through from the government. And I had quite a bit of cash, which I used to buy the stuff that I really needed. There was a lot of things I had to decide not to buy. And because of that, I didn't buy it. I literally lived on $100 per month. And at that time, it wasn't as bad. And then all of a sudden, like, COVID happened later on, and everything got messed up. I literally lived on $100 for gasoline and food, so I know what it feels like, and it is true. I don't have the receipts at that time, but nowadays, I live a lot better than I did then. I can actually afford stuff like a Stream Deck and that. But she literally thought I was a cash cow.
Your pants. It's like they changed their entire identity based on it, and we have a real life example, that being iDubbbz.
And I should say that was within 6 years of me dating her. she had thought about me as no more than cash, and if I ever date again, that will be changing really fast right off the bat.
You know, this hyper edgy guy with who used to have
I just have to find Mrs. Right.
somewhat reasonable logical takes, but now he meets this OnlyFans nutjob Hasan lover Anissa, and he basically instantly uproots his entire life to support her and Hasan's politics. And all of this for a trashy woman, not even a good woman. Like, have some self-respect. Holy shit. You can find some.
He could have found better. Literally, he could have found better. Even if the woman has a little bit of fat on her. If she's the right one, you'll know it. But he found the worst woman he could have found.
Someone who's not crazy. You don't need to be that desperate. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Then he talks about why.
And when you're at 3 million subs, there's a lot of women who will date you. You could have found a viewer to date. That's literally how bad it is at that point.
He just doesn't trust most political creators.
Like, could you imagine a 12-year-old learning politics from like watching Andrew Tate or like Asmongold or some shit? You know?
It would be even better for them to learn politics from me than it would be learning politics from Hasan. And
I would learn my politics from Tectone, more knowledgeable. Actually, I watch a lot of channels I don't actually cover, guys. This is only like these channels, but some of them I watch, I can't cover because of what they are and what country they are based on. I don't talk about. I know a way more. I know about an accident which happened in the South China Sea. Just saying that, I already know what happened.
let me tell you why that is. When you're going to a news source that is reliant on pushing one side, because that is the side that they're on, and they rely on that side's support, you are going to get a disingenuous take, okay? Because when people have things riding on the line, they are going to force things that aren't true in order to get you on the side that they are, in order to bolster their views and bolster their incomes. And this is why a lot of the people hate centralists, is because they understand that they aren't going to be as biased as a far leftist or a far right. I'm not gonna go to a content creator where all they do is politics, especially if they heavily identify with one side.
That's same with me. I get enough politics as is. I'm starting to go to more gun content, more other type of content, because frankly, I'm starting to play Warframe religiously. I'm gonna try to get them videos out later.
Due to the fact that I know for the benefit of their career.
And then also I'm going to be going into Minecraft later on. I did say that on a previous stream. I'm going to be joining SMP later. I'm just waiting until he activates the server for me to join. I've already downloaded the map pack, but it's not fully done yet.
They're going to continue to push the agendas that side believes in.
I mean, he's totally right here, because if you watch political creators, they're most likely
Man, his hairstyle is not that good.
going to try to convert you to get on their side, right? So most of them are going to try and be sort of...
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. He's with a Hasan. He likes to have him in bed.
disingenuous, and they will ignore the flaws in their side in order to push their arguments as well. Now, you know this is the case because Hasan gets mad at me for being an apolitical slop tuber, but that's basically what a lot of people want, an unbiased, sort of common sense source who has no reason to actually support any side or be biased towards one side. And if you notice, in my audience, there's a ton of liberals and conservatives and every other person in the middle actually watching, people from all sides of the political spectrum, and people are completely apolitical as well because they just want common sense
And yes, you can go to the description and go back to his original video.
takes, and they don't want to be propagandized by a bunch of people. Right, so this next part, Hasan admits that he's actually trying to radicalize other creators, which is ironic considering he says that Asmon is like spawn camping kids. Hasan reveals he's been trying to
Asmongold is not doing any of that.
mentor Dean Withers and Harry Sisson. He told them to do less debates and become more leftist. I told Dean, stop with this liberalism shit. So here we got a paragraph from the Puff Piece article. He's also trying to mentor new establishment Democratic influencers like Dean Withers and Harry Sisson. I told Dean personally, 1, stop with this liberalism shit. cut it out, become more leftist, and 2, try to do things that are not just debate focused, he says. They're not listening to me, so who knows? Yes, of course, let's actually not debate or discuss any points with the other side.
You should always debate and learn both sides, because you'll find out there's cracks in both sides.
Let's rather just stay in our echo chamber. Also, if you missed some of the previous episodes, these two people are complete clowns as well. Dean is the guy who literally told his audience to call CPS on a guy because
Calling child services or CPS on people is dumb, especially when there's 0 things going on. I mean, it has to be serious, and really, if it's that serious, you're not gonna find out. And if you're doing that, you think it's just some boards and paperwork. Remember, you're just wasted people's time. Okay, there could be a real child out there who really does need this service. You just wasted people's time. If you think you're so high and mighty and you're willing to call yourself trash. Call yourself a guy who just wasted government funds, which could have gone to something else, for no reason. Just say it to yourself, I'm trash, but I don't care. Because that's one thing I won't do. I will not waste government funds and material for it. You can go ahead till they backtrack your phone logs and then charge you for the bill.
Because he disagreed with them. Literally pulled a move straight out of the Hasan Orbiters and the Ethan Snarkers and became an equally deranged psychopath.
And I wouldn't put my kid in that situation. That's why I think pageants are weird in the first place. I would never.
Now, a few other fun facts about this guy is that he tries to debate people and then he mutes them if they actually try.
Well, for the guys who call the cops on people for no reason, remember, every time you phone call, the government will trace it all the way back to you and send you the bill. So have fun. If you're using a mom's phone, she'll probably ground you right afterwards, because that's a few $1,000s right there they just wasted or more. So I hope she has the money. And if you do enough, they'll charge you even more and more likely, or sue you. So I recommend not calling the cops. But if it is for an actual life-saving thing where they are being attacked, then the YouTuber will be happy. You're doing this for no reason. Call yourself scum.
Try to respond and make a good point, which is like such bullshit. Also, in the past, he used to do Diet Andrew Tate content. So literally the exact same arc as Hasan, where you're like this misogynist freak giving like bro tips, and then you try to do like a 180 rebrand because it wasn't working, and suddenly now you're like a male feminist. Suddenly you're like the epitome of what everybody should listen to, right? But anyways, if you're curious, Think Before You Sleep made a video on him if you wanted to go into like the full detail there. Now, Harry is another fucking TikTok loser that got exposed a ton. I think he had this whole scandal of like a...
That's funny.
Girls like exposing him or whatever. Not gonna go into details right now, but if he does decide to become a Hasan Orbiter, we know how that turns out anyways. So anyways, people responded, yes, mentoring 2 little twinks. Tectone says, I think you meant grooming. Hasan's
Yeah, totally grooming.
advice, have you tried having someone in your family hand you your entire career? Indeed. The old chunk yogurt technique.
Most people don't watch the news as much because CNN is really biased. I mean, they're super biased.
Dude,
Like one side.
have you like considered having an uncle with like a media empire? Cut out the liberalism. Hasan still doesn't understand why Kamala lost. Do less debates. How is that gonna help?
I can simply say one of the big factor. I'm just to say it very simply. A lot of women vote for men, and a lot of men vote for men for presidency. I hate to say it. It is one of the facts. I've looked at both of these races, which women were in it recently, and they lost severely. The first one could have won if she was a man. I literally not joking. People are racist. The reason why Donald Trump won the first time is because he wasn't against a man. The Democrats could have won. And the second time is because the woman was running. I voted for the woman this time. So it's not me. It's everyone else.
Does he want them to do the same thing? He doesn't react to YouTube videos 24/7. The unfortunate part of debates is that you have to listen to other perspectives, which is just completely foreign to Hasan, right? He would rather just stay in his echo chamber, which is why he's so against it. Somebody just responded, mentor, and we just got this. Dean, you need to suck off more terrorists if you're gonna make it like me. Let me show you the ropes real quick. I'm really good at it. Moving on to Hasan losing his mind at Dan Saltman. Basically, Dan Saltman made this tweet. So Newswire said, U.S. Supreme Court asked to overturn landmark same.
And remember, drink some coffee when you're talking way too much. I have to grab coffee soon.
Same-sex marriage ruling. Dan responds
And no, I have a coffee maker.
with this clip.
Democrats, if they were in charge right now, would be doing 100% the exact same thing, 1-to-1.
So Hasan is not on Democrats or Republicans. He's on neither. No, oh, question. I know who he's on side. Terrorists. Hezbollah. He wants Hezbollah to be the kings of the United States and take over the world.
Make no fucking mistake. Anyone who tries to tell you that Kamala Harris will be different is a fucking delusional moron. Do not listen to them.
Wow. And Hasan wonders why his own party just absolutely hates him. Hasan wonders why
Oh my God.
liberals consider him an absolute extremist freak and his own side is so
And Hasan probably thinks he can become the president of the United States. I wouldn't put past him trying. And he would lose so fast.
against him, right? He's like wondering why everyone's disavowing him. Maybe because you didn't actually do much for your candidate at all.
I think he was trying to get Obama to come on his video, and he said flat out, no.
And kind of just let Trump win, so obviously people are going to be mad at you. Now, apparently he was talking about the Israel-Palestine conflict in that specific clip, but there's a ton of other clips where he's essentially just saying the same sort of thing in different contexts as well. So Hasan did the logical thing here and responded calling him a genocidal piece of shit. Hasan expresses frustration at Dan Saltman's viral tweet, "Take shot at him and Ethan. I just wish I wasn't getting ass blasted."
I think his content is only for your hardest haters audience. It's so funny how these conversations are just them spinning their wheels. They have so little actual political knowledge that they can't even discuss politics or do anything meaningful except hang off of our nuts. Meanwhile, the left is electing the new New York City mayor. You're meeting international politics and actually organizing and pushing for...
You know the funny thing is? That's us. Oh no, I read that wrong.
real shit. I know.
That's another terrorist supporter.
But I just wish I wasn't getting fucking ass blasted with regular frequency by these dumb fucks who can manipulate people in the margins. You know what I mean? I can't quote tweet
Yes, I grab coffee.
it because he blocked me and I blocked him. So I can't even fucking quote tweet him. He just does this from behind the block.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You blocked
So he blocked someone, and then they blocked him.
him, and now you're mad that you can't reply? I mean, why don't you get one of your like
Oh yeah, it's like the one people out there who was just trying to get a job at one time. They decided to message me, but they blocked me, so I blocked them because they keep sending me messages, but I couldn't answer back. Dude, did no one send me messages in the first place because you blocked me?
5,000 propagandist accounts or your sim journalist respond for you? I'm sure that will do the trick right here. Also, I just find it funny that even on Twitter, people hate
And they were sending me advertising, and I couldn't respond, and because I couldn't get the job, because of how many hours I could have worked, and they still sent me advertising still to that point.
Hasan, because Twitter is known to have the most extremist scumbags on the planet, and even there, it seems like people agree that Hasan is just someone to be despised. Also, my sincere congratulations on getting ass blasted again. I know you've gotten ass blasted by so many people at this point. Ethan, as
Man, he looks so good. I mean, more Pegasus. He looks like more decent than freaking Hasan.
commentary YouTuber Slop Tube.
And actually, that's a blue. That's the Blue Yeti. It's just the newer model. That's all.
Willie Mack, like, it's just embarrassing at this point. So after this, he calls out Dan and Ethan.
I have the older model.
It's just like, there's a lot of money to be made doing this too. A lot of these people are basically doing the premature anti-fascist commentary.
Hasan is using the older, different model of some different type. I don't know what it is.
Oh, you were an anti-fascist, but prematurely, before
If you wonder what fascist is, it's like Germany in World War II, or during World War II, the people who ran Italy, or called dictators.
Everyone else came on board with it, right? And therefore, you must be wrong. It's like, okay, well, you arrived at my position. Have some grace. Have some fucking decency. Not Dan. Dan is a Zionist, ultra Zionist, a genocidal piece of shit. But, you know, all the
So he's calling his friend bad?
other people that are like actively looking for some kind of
I think.
own against the left, you know, against the quote unquote left. Have you seen your ex co-host blaming the Nakba on the Arabs? No, I don't care. Let him fucking chirp into an increasingly smaller audience, please. It is utterly irrelevant. He is so desperate for someone like myself or anyone else to be at odds with so that he could just like turn around and make content off of it. I don't want to give him that. Please stop bringing that shit up here. Nobody asked.
Right. Ethan is the desperate one, not the
For people wondering, I have seen some part of my future, but I can't say what it is. But you can say I'm very happy. I'm very happy at that time, more than I'm currently am. I can't say what it is, unfortunately.
guy who has a literal mental break.
But I can say one thing. I have a big old smile on my face, and my life is going better than even Hasan's.
Down after he loses 100 viewers and tells his fan base that he's going to neck himself in his Discord. You can't be serious. Obviously,
Don't say that. You never say you're gonna do that. You're just asking for the cops to show up. You know they're monitoring all of this.
not the man who spends half his life on twitter.com and the other half on like Twitch, basically. Also, what did he call Dan there? An ultra Zionist genocidal piece of shit. I mean, it's very hard to actually take anything this guy says seriously at this point because he says the exact same shit about Ethan, about Asmongold, about SlopTube.
He doesn't even spend 10 seconds.
So it's like,
I mean, there was a lawyer. He spent not even a second to find out who he is.
I don't know.
And he said so many bad things, which wasn't true.
Like somebody might even be extreme, and you've cried wolf so many times. It's very hard to take anything you.
I can imagine if he watched my video, he'll say the exact same thing that he said to a million others. He wouldn't even spend 10 seconds to find anything about me. Even right now, there's hardly anything. He wouldn't even bother spending time, and his fans are just nuts.
Say seriously at all. Obviously, when you're smearing people like basically every day, it's gonna be hard to trust you, you know? Dan responded, I can't quote tweet it because he blocked me and I blocked him. Why would he ever expect to be treated in good faith after smearing Dan as a PDF file, only for it to turn out Hasan goes to Diddy parties? He brought us here and now he's crying about misinformation.
Diddy parties. He likes children. I wish I could say the rest. So you can imagine what type of Hasan, if you follow Hasan, what type of person he is. He likes to do the Diddy, which would gross me out.
Info. I thought he liked propaganda. Exactly. It's just not fun when it's done to him. I can't quote tweet him as if this prevents him from having a response on his own stream. That's the thing. You got to realize that anytime Hasan responds to anything, he has this massive live chat behind him. So they will go and brigade anything he talks about. So when he's talking.
Oh yeah, they've showed up to one of my videos, many videos I do about Hasan. They come in there and they do it, and I get a nice good laugh.
About this tweet, all the replies will be flooded with a bunch of Hasan fans, right?
But they don't do a ton. There are like a couple of them randomly show up, and I start laughing.
And that's what he tries to do.
Because they won't even watch 10 seconds of the video.
To YouTube comment sections to artificially inflate his PR. He's been caught doing this in previous episodes where the entire YouTube comment section is against him, and he's like, we need to brigade the comment section and change public perception.
Comment sections are bullshit.
Yeah. 10 seconds later, he's already glazing over terrorists like it's next day's lunch.
Bullshit self-care. Oh no, they're being heavily brigaded. Which, of course, obviously, it is upon you, chatters, to go fucking seize control over the narrative.
This is how, like, unhinged this guy actually is. And he's so desperate to control his PR. It's just embarrassing, man. It's just embarrassing.
I can't quote tweet it because he blocked me and I blocked.
Remember, dehydrate your food so you can have it later as a snack. This is zucchini.
Him. So I can't even fucking quote tweet.
and not cook zucchini. I eat it as is.
Him. He just does this.
It's just so hard because I just can't
And also cucumber.
quote tweet him. It's just really hard, and now he'd be on the internet.
You know it. You know Tectone is laughing. He's pretending. That's just laughter.
I can't call Dan Saltman a rapist or a sex pest, and I can't make him guilty for P. Diddy's crimes, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm gonna fucking go. Adams, come clean up this mess. I also feel bad for his dog. He sits there every day looking suicidal, saying, "Oh my God, I gotta hear my master bitch again."
Oh, this shirt, I have like 5 of them.
Because he's too lazy to get up and fucking walk me.
I got them for free at one place. There was nothing wrong with the shirt. They had donated them for the community to get hands on it. And I don't have a whole lot of money, so I went there and got a bunch of shirts and that.
Have some fucking decency. Not Dan. Dan is a Zionist, ultra Zionist.
And I'm going to go back again when the time comes. I'm not going to say what place it is. I'm just going to pick it up and get in there when it opens and get a whole bunch of stuff and then leave.
A genocidal piece of shit.
Zionist, ultra-Zionist, genocidal piece of shit. Is that an accurate label?
And the stuff I'm going to grab is clothes I badly need. Because I don't have a whole lot of money.
Or is that the new form that Goku's gonna go? Zionist, ultra-Zionist, genocidal beam! Like,
Oh, you mean from Dragon Ball Z?
what the fuck is he even saying? Can someone in his chat
But different words?
please explain this to him?
I think what Tectone showed was the Kamehameha wave, basically from Dragon Ball Z.
It really should not be this hard. Will Neff, Caroline Kwan, Austin Show, Cutie Cinderella, Ludwig. Can any of you guys, as Hasan's best friends, just explain to him that the reason why people don't like him is because he is a far left extremist who supports terrorism? How does Hasan not have a single genuine friend?
Yeah, Hasan don't actually have friends. They glaze him over and think they can suck on him, and they'll get tons of help. All they do is like every single one of them have destroyed their channels because of it. I've seen guys lose everything by sucking him so bad. Hasan's community is really tiny, actually. There's not as many as they show. He is botting the living daylights. He's view botting. He's chat botting. Remember, his father is a guy who is a politician. So you can guarantee what the politician's doing is paying people for really cheap to chat in his chat just to keep it as high as he is. He's probably paying the freaking Twitch to keep it running because that's the only way they'll keep him on there. He must be spending millions. If he goes to YouTube or Kick, he'd be thrown out.
Who just won't tell him, hey, this is why everybody fucking hates you.
Honestly, I don't think Hasan actually has any real friends because there's just no way. I feel like they only sort of tolerate him for the little bit of clout perks and they attempt to like siphon off.
For me, I would, if I ever got big enough, or maybe in the future, I would gladly talk to Tectone or even Asmongold. Them guys are great guys. Or even the one who makes the AK-50, Brandon Herrera. I would love to talk to them. Yes, I wish I could own a gun. I just can't hear. But I don't need it for self-defense. I got my bare hands for that. But just in case, and if they have a gun.
A little bit of his audience, and you'll kind of see this with the Hollywood of Twitch, right? You know, Ludwig and the whole group, and essentially they just want a piece of Hasan's audience. They basically want to convert everyone to their streams and get a little bit boost in viewers, and they don't care where it actually comes from. And I feel like it's such a dumb thing to do to completely tank your PR for a few extra Hasan viewers or something, and they are likely going to be these terrorist supporting freaks, so why would you want them anyways?
There's no point. There maybe 2,000 or 3,000 of them really watch Hasan. The rest of his viewers are all bots from another country.
Don't get that logic at all. And I feel like a lot of these people, like Jellywig, of course, they have massive fan bases of their own. So like, why do you need to do this at all? You got
Jellywig could easily make different content make more money than he would have made it if he would just become like Asmongold, play video games, do sports, and don't bother with Hasan. He could easily make even more and grow bigger.
Yeah, you gotta tell your girlfriend to stop doing the goddamn podcast with him as well, because I feel like anyone that associates with Hasan or is in his orbit eventually crashes and burns. I'm telling you, it's been tons of episodes so far. We've seen it happen time and time again.
Yeah, he's very true.
Again, I am a future predictor. If you want to save yourself, stay away from this actual natural disaster, all right? Also, I gotta say, that dog is absolutely cooked, man. Imagine your life. You get up.
God sakes, my cat loves me so much. He'll put his tail right next to my little tires on my chair, and accidentally, I won't notice it until it's too late, and run it over. And then he'll lose a little bit of fur. I'm sorry for the cat. Don't worry. The cat is fed really good. He's like 22 pounds now. He's fat.
Every day, and you have to listen to a 10-hour Hasan Piker stream.
He's almost 23 pounds. He got like 0.2 more before he gets to 23. He'll probably be 25 by the end of this year.
And you can't even go anywhere. You want to play catch? You want to play fetch? You want to go outside for a walk? No, you sit inside, listen to Hamas Piker loses.
You know, if I had a dog here, I'd be taking it out every 2 hours just because he'll probably be whining. And that's my mom's dog, which I get annoyed some days when he does come over, but I walk him repeatedly. I have all the bags. I pick up his stuff outside every single time and throw it in the garbage. I mean, I carry all I need. I even get them on clearance if I ever do. I got a whole bunch last time I went to Walmart.
Absolute mind, dude. Yeah, that guy is in dog hell, right?
I even protected my mom's dog from another dog. It was going to take a chunk out of my mom's dog. Our dog just had a headache afterwards, and I think they're still ticked off. They had to take the dog to the hospital and wonder why he's screaming in pain. At least it's alive, and my mom's dog wasn't hurt, so it would have irritated me. And at the end, now all the neighbors I have don't have to worry about that dog attacking all these other dogs, which are even older than them, because that's how much of a pain it was.
Right there. Jesus Christ, somebody save that dog.
And no, I did not need a weapon.
Anyways, moving on to Hasan's latest puff piece article. Really
And it was also icy that day, so I could have slept.
outdid yourself with this one, Night Media, and that's like the agency that represents Hasan. Hasan Piker thinks America might be cooked, and we just got him in the most diabolical position I've ever seen, bro. Ay. And then we just got him standing there looking like an absolute bozo. Lazy Shell the anime.
You know, he definitely is using color in his hair. Hasan hair should be turning more white, or at least starting to hint. So Hasan is dyeing his hair at this point, or he's not yet hit that point of getting white hairs yet.
Mater responded and just fix the.
Or he's not in any stress. Like, I have been in massive stress. So if you look at me face to face, I have actually gray hairs coming in quite a bit.
Picture a little bit, made it life size, of course. Make sure the proportions are perfectly right. Why is he posing like a discount? Paint me like one of your femboys. How to make yourself more embarrassing than iDubbbz. That is an achievement. Right, so in his interview, Hasan talked about Ethan. Hasan touched on the Ethan Klein.
And no, I don't use any dyes in my hair. This is literally what my hair is. If I turn it into any colors, it's just because I dyed it.
Saga in his GQ article talks about Ethan's psychosexual obsession and how he used to be more empathetic when he was fat. What are you on about? Some having accused Klein of having a psychosexual obsession with Piker. By the way,
No, he wasn't. Ethan thought he was actually a good guy at one point before Hasan went completely nuts and decided, I'm going to go straight to the cycles. He did not realize Hasan was a batshit.
Nobody has done this. It is literally just Taylor Lorenz, the simp journalist who should not be taken seriously at all, considering her life goal is to sleep with Hasan Piker.
Hasan would gladly sleep with her.
He talks about my body and the way I look a lot, Piker says. I don't know why. Maybe it's
It'd probably be a one-night stand.
low-hanging fruit for him. He was always a
when she pays him.
Funny guy. He was never a big looker or anything. It wasn't part of his brand. Okay, so making fun of his appearance too. So I never thought he cared about that sort of thing, but maybe after he lost the weight, his personality changed a bit. I genuinely don't know.
After everything I have to do after like a month, I'm going to start losing weight. It's just my diet is what's causing me to stay fat. Reality, I'll lose all of it, and I do wind up losing. I've seen myself, what I look like in the future. I am way stronger. I have muscles, and I'm not joking. When I see a part of the future, I actually do see it. I can actually see it, and I'm way stronger. I know for 100% I double or more of my muscle mass. And I've lost all of it. I can't say where it was and everything and what was going on in that part. It was only like a few seconds long. And I could feel everything. I could hear everything. I could hear voices that I never heard. I only heard in that dream.
Last time I talked to Ethan, he was fat. I mean, he still had his issues, but at least he was seemingly more empathetic. So this is just false. The last time he actually talked to him was the debate in which he got absolutely destroyed. But apparently he has just completely removed that from his memory, which I understand. He obviously got PTSD from that shit, right? Also, this whole narrative of like psychosexual obsession with Piker, like what?
One of my favorite animes is a guy who came into another world where he became a space mercenary, and the guy exercised like crazy. I mean, one girl he ended up adopting was actually a princess, but she had no clue she was because her grandma had left the kingdom, and he picked her up, paid for everything because he needed someone to basically help him to deal with the world because he had no clue what was going on. It was his game he played and everything. It's called I Became a Space Mercenary. No, I got the most powerful spaceship and I became a space mercenary. Really good manga. No, anime/manga. No, light novel/manga. Hasn't got an anime yet. As far as I know, I have checked.
What are you even talking about? Like, why even mention this? It's such a weird thing, and Taylor has somehow popularized this. If Ethan is so bad, why does he have a wife and kids while Hamas Piker is an empty house? Hasan can't help himself. He has to talk about his haters every single chance he gets. It's pathetic. He has not gotten a single day without talking about either Ethan, either Asmongold, either Sloptubers.
It's like Hasan is sucking Asmon's privates every day, and it's hilarious. I mean, Asmongold wishes he wouldn't. Asmongold wishes Hasan would just leave him alone at this point. So Asmongold will just simply play any game he wishes with peace. No, Asmongold must get there to suck on his privates. Because Asmongold is bigger than him. Asmongold could care less.
Either Tectone or some of his haters, and he claims he hates drama. He doesn't want to deal with drama. He only wants to focus on the politics. Buddy, you'll love this shit, or you have a humiliation fetish. I don't know. Hasan's the kind of guy that has 7 different portraits of himself in his room. Not kidding. I counted a long time ago out of curiosity. Is this true? Ethan dropped weight and became a total dickwad. All me and my friends did was completely turn on him, call CPS on his kids, send calls to his house, steal his content, and he.
You call CPS, you're a piece of trash. You just wasted government money.
He became totally not chill. Must be the weight loss. Of course. He's hallucinating anti-Semitism, guys. So then Ethan starts talking about the article, and he reveals that
Ethan treats his kids really good. His place is clean, and he's a great guy. Now, Hasan would go to the Diddy party if he had kids and have them join the Diddy party.
Night Media asked him to join their agency, so this might be the agency that is responsible for some of these articles. He said he wouldn't do it unless they got rid of terrorist sympathizer Hasan.
The one-person management team.
I would agree. I probably would stream on Twitch. Would be a lot better if they just get rid of Hasan and any terrorist supporter, and they would really quickly gain ability to get ads, and the people on Twitch would literally make more money if they just got rid of Hasan. But they must be getting paid good money to keep Hasan there because they're making too much money off of Hasan and not giving nothing to the Twitch people.
Team is Night Media.
Okay.
They tried to recruit me, and I said, I mean, listen.
They're the big boys now, like
Yeah.
big time.
Well, I told him if they're representing terrorist sympathizers, then I'm not interested in partnering with them.
Did you actually say that, or is
Yeah.
it's just your retelling of it?
I said, you want me to join? Get rid of Hasan. The truth is, they should not be working with him. He is a disgusting, fucking toxic force, and like nobody should be working with him. That's the crazy thing. But
I mean, absolutely base response. You should always be shaming anyone willingly working with terrorist sympathizer Hamas Piker of
Oh, that person, the one in the white. He is trying to sue Ethan for being a terrorist supporter, being called a terrorist supporter or a terrorist. And actually, he literally told Ethan he is a terrorist. So by saying you're a terrorist, Ethan can automatically blow your court away. There is no way you're going to win. Unfortunately, you have already stated on video you're a terrorist supporter, and we have the recordings.
course. So here we have the intro paragraph of the article, and oh my god. Here's how it's
And remember, if you're a big person, you got a target right on your back. They're going to be watching you every hawk, and they will clip everything the second you put it up.
Hasan Piker starts each day working out, shooting the shit. It's Monday at 8:30 a.m. and we're in the backyard of a house in West Hollywood where there's a makeshift private gym with benches, pull-down machines, and dumbbells galore. Very socialist of you. This is where the 34-year-old, he did not like this, political influencer keeps his thirsted after body fit, joined by a few other neighborhood characters, including a guy who works on Pod Save America. His Bernese beefcake Kaya tussles with a few other golden brown dogs. As Piker burns through his 70-minute workout, exhausting himself in the process, he strips his shirt off. An army of girls and gays, not to mention admiring looks maxers, would kill.
I know a gay guy. I just haven't talked to him in a long time because he doesn't have my phone number and I don't have his. I would talk to him about different things. He was my, I can't say what it was. No, I wasn't in a relationship with him. I'll talk to anyone about random stuff.
To be where I am now. This is objective
And no, I'm straight.
journalism, guys. What the fuck is this? Would kill to be where I am now next to Piker as he pants in a pair of neon shorts with black Calvin Klein boxers poking out. Are you staring at his shalong? Like, what are you doing? And the sunlight glinting off the sweat beaded on his chest hairs. Oh my god, is this Taylor Lorenz? Like, did Taylor Lorenz actually write this? This is so unbelievably pathetic. Holy shit, man. This just shows that nobody actually follows Hasan Piker for any intellectual reason, any of his political takes at all. They are all just terminal gooners, literally only watching him, apparently for the sweat beaded on his chest.
Yeah, they just want the sweat. They want to suck on the sweat.
Tears, of course. Totally normal thing to do, guys.
now I've mentioned a few times in this article, and it is quite possibly the most embarrassing, cringe fucking article I've ever read. It's
They're trying to suck Hasan's privates.
oozing with just narcissistic self-obsession. Of all the PR articles he's done, what is this, like the 10th in like 3 months? And sun like glistening off the sweat.
Oh, that background is actually, if you wonder what type of background he has, is a green screen.
Beaded on his chest hairs. Kill me.
What?
I am
the
ready
fuck,
to
bro.
die.
His computer has to be really strong to cut out all that background perfectly.
Why?
That's the intro paragraph?
Literally
Yes.
the opening of the article.
What is wrong with these people? Now they go on, they do this dumb snarker thing, which is completely based on
Or it's just a big old piece of paper.
literally nothing other than me saying he has a small head and making fun of all the people that thirst after him. Like saying telling Taylor Lorenz like he's never gonna sleep with you.
Dude, it is literally just gooner, pathetic rejects writing this shit. In fact,
Oh, and the thing about More Pegasus, he probably has a house actually where he lives, because to have that kind of room like that, if it's not a separate piece, like where I'm sitting, yeah, I have this back behind there. I can get behind my computer if I want. I have stuff over there, like 3D printers, literally.
I figured it out. It's DJ Dan Clancy, the ultimate goading lord. How could I have been so naive? It's always Dan Clancy, bro. Twitch CEO has now taken up a part-time job writing articles. This is a joke, of course. Don't fucking the Hasan Piker about to take this and start molding. They're lying about me. It's a joke, pal. It's a joke. Calm down. So, as admitted by this article, Hasan Piker's audience is literally just people thirsting after him, a bunch of
And yes, I do recommend people pick up a 3D printer because you can make stuff you always wanted. And I made stuff I really needed. There's been a lot of clutch moments where I could make stuff I badly needed.
thirsty girls, and I guess gays as well, who have no interest in his political opinions. He will never, ever be
Just have fun learning how to solder and put stuff together, repair stuff, because you're maybe going to have to.
respected as a political intellectual, which is his lifelong goal, right? He remains depressed and miserable despite having all these riches in his world, because that is the one thing he actually cares about, and that is something he will never get. The intellectual respect of the masses, something a lot of men strive for, but Hasan just
Reminds me, I have to start making Christmas presents. I just found one on a 3D print website.
able to achieve, of course. So if it wasn't bad already, Hasan's own chat calls him out and calls this article cringe, and Hasan has to defend it. Hasan rejects chatter's notion that GQ did him dirty, but says it would have been nice if the article included a choice books list.
Bro, they did you fucking dirty. I wish that the GQ piece was actually had like my books, my choice books on here, because like there is editorial control on stuff like that. Bro, the interview part of the article is fucking weird. I think a lot of you guys are not familiar with journalists and how journalists behave. And that's the reason why you guys are freaking out over the interview, because most of the time when I actually offer
Yes, I got HGTD. I'm hyperactive. So I must stay moving or I go a little nuts.
actually say yes to any kind of profile, I usually only work with journalists that I know ahead of time. And this was one of the instances where I just didn't even do my due diligence at all. But he was a regular ass journalist. And that is how regular ass journalists do pieces like this. It's not always going to be, you know, all I'm saying is it's not going to be the way you expect it to. That's it.
Yes, guys, I only work
I might have to tidy up my chair a little bit because the bolts are going loose.
with pre-approved journalists who actually glaze me. I need to make sure the journalists are perfectly on my side and representing me.
I've had this chair for like almost a year. And no, it's basically almost been a year since I bought this chair. And it's been the best one I ever have.
In the most biased way humanly possible. I can't possibly have someone do an unbiased evaluation of my life or my
And I sit in this chair for like 16 hours a day. My ass don't hurt. If I had a cheap gaming chair, my butt will be hurting all day.
views at all, because that would be too hard. That would be me going out
And that's with no padding.
of my echo chamber, which is physically impossible for me. An absolutely shameful admission, and this kind of ties into the other stuff we've been talking about, like that article of Hasan is a himbo gateway drug to the left. They're basically calling
He's a gateway to get rid of your sanity. That's all it is. He'll help you to leave your world if you just follow what he say. You might go to Gaza and join the terrorists and become a meat puppet. That's all you are if you go to Gaza to think you're going to get what you want. You become a meat puppet. I hate to say it.
calling you an unintelligent man, dude. It's like, it's not meant to be a compliment. A bunch of you guys told me that himbo is like the male version of like a bimbo. So they're basically comparing you to like one of those sexualized girls who is only popular for their looks and stuff and have no like actual intellectual capacity, right? Although himbo is sometimes used like endearingly.
I like women with a brain. I don't want to have a toy on hand for it. For me, I may look dumb. Like, there's a lot of people who literally think I'm not that actual smart. But in high school, I could easily have got the algebra pretty easy. I just chose not to bother. In Boy Scouts, I could have got Eagles, but I chose not to because I literally, last year, I could care less. I got the star, but really, I didn't care anymore. I got what I wanted and got out. I could have been black belt, but I chose not. I basically wanted it tougher because he was making it too dang easy. I'm actually going to go for my black belt sooner or later. I mean, definitely. I never moved away, so I can always go back to my original teacher and retrain. I have I have the books on hand, literally.
Well, but not in this case, it seems like. Now, we know that Taylor Lorenz also admitted this, that Hasan would be famous no matter what, right? And it doesn't matter what he actually says, so it's just sad for him. This is like Hasan's worst nightmare. People responded, Hasan's top 10 books: Destiny, 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 Asmongold Stole My Crown, How to Take Shots at Asmongold for Dummies, Tectone's Dad, I'm Not Obsessed, everyone else is, You Can Heal Your Life, Bro Tips, 11, Israel Dick Rider, Side Supporter, etc., etc. What books? The Communist Manifesto, How to Fake Being a Socialist.
A Dick Rider who loves to have Hasan's privates. Yeah.
20 ways to suck. Oh my god. Right, so then Ethan goes over more of the article, including the Dean Withers part.
Piker clearly has genuine convictions. You sure about that? Remember what the web was like back in 2010 when YouTube was overrun with mini Ben Shapiro's and wrecking blue-haired social justice warriors?
I remember before the web, it was tough to find information. I remember back then there was nothing you could have found. I actually had to look up, my class had to look up stuff in books. We did not have YouTube. I mean, when we graduated, YouTube just started happening. I had no clue it even existed too many years later. Then I started watching it. And I remember back then, it was so difficult. If you want to know how to repair a car, you had to bring it to the mechanics and they do it because they might not know how to repair it themselves because you have to buy tons of books. Nowadays, I can just look up a YouTube video really quickly and be able to do this. I could look up a YouTube video on how to tear my printer apart. This is just a regular color printer, like papers.
Compilations. Yeah, where was Hasan? Play the soundbite again. He was at the Vanguard, right? Totally not talking about wanting to f little girls.
I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even try to hide it.
You were at the vanguard of change right there, bud. Now there's a cluster of progressive influencers who pipe.
And a little thing about Hasan. His YouTube channels are not taking off. Literally, he's not growing on YouTube. That's how little his fan base is really growing. I mean, literally for the same amount of time he's been on there as Asmongold, Hasan barely moved. But magically, Asmongold is taking off. I literally saw Asmongold's channel when he was below 500,000 subs. And now he's at over 3 million. And Hasan can't even get up very much. I wonder how many of them are bots. Half? He may have got everyone he could have? I wonder. How many bots are talking to him?
Piker proudly calls Hasanabi heads. He co-signed Sean DeBlack, like Dean Withers and Harry Season. I told Dean personally, he said, 1, stop with the liberalism shit. Cut it out. Become more leftist. And 2, try to do things that are not just debate focused, he says. Do you guys know what he goes, stop with the liberalism? Are you talking about like personal freedoms and like...
And you know one thing I agree about Donald Trump is he's actually trying to make stuff better for gamers because he's trying to get rid of the whole problem with the banks interfering with our wants. At this rate, we might not have GTA 6 because the banks are going to try to eliminate GTA 6.
Freedom of speech and...
I mean, the ability to buy GTA 6.
family and press and... I mean, that's what liberal democracy is.
Right, so he's basically
They're whacking outside.
saying stop trying to actually hear people out, stop trying to listen to their conversation. Instead, you should become more extreme, become more radical, become more absolutely crazy like me. It's not enough
Please be a regular person.
to just be left or to be liberal. You need to be extreme left, far leftist, support the terrorists as well.
Please like and subscribe to both us, More Pegasus and me. It would really help out. I don't get very many subscribers so I cover these. I am trying to get our content out, literally. I just do these when I'm at full energy or almost dead.
Well, it's not enough to actually just have basic empathy or anything like that, or, even be moderate in any direction. You must be like me, or we are going to hunt you down. Obviously, we know why.
And the only point I shave is I feel like I used to have a beard this long at one time.
Ethan has a hate boner for Hasan because him and his orbiters literally tried to ruin his life over the slightest disagreement. The 1%
The smallest disagreement. Because he hated Hasan, they must destroy him. And what's happening to the orbiters? They can't get the money. And soon they're going to have all that Kickstarter money that his orbiters raised up, they're not going to have. They actually go back to the original people because they can't raise enough to pay for their bills to get maxed out. So guys, don't give any more money to the orbiters. He is going to take every penny they ever make afterwards. And if you do it, it's all going to go to the lawyers and be handed to him, Ethan. So just let you guys know all that money sits.
Disagreement over Israel-Palestine, which they literally agree with on 99% of issues. And I feel like those two, like Dean and Sisan, are so absolutely nutty already. Like, they're absolutely crazy already. So if you include the Hasan serum and the propaganda injected into their butt cheeks, then they're gonna become like the spiritual successor of Hasan. They're gonna become even more crazy, like the next generation. So that's something scary. That's something I would legitimately be concerned for the well-being of society, because if you go one step beyond Hasan, you're getting like an actual dictator straight up. So then Ethan talks about
100% right. Pure ass dictatorship. I don't want to live in that United States. Actually, you'll never have that because our rights are designed in a way to stop.
the psychosexual accusation, whatever that is.
Some have accused Klein of having a psychosexual obsession with Piker. Give me one example. Quote, so this is what Hasan says. He talks about my body and the way I look a lot. You mean calling your head small?
Like little ants, little tiny head. It reminds me of the one show I watched. I forgot what it is. And the guy, he shrunk, Beetlejuice, where they shrunk their heads to like this tiny, and the heads. It's like, man, they don't have brains.
Your head's small, because it's funny. When am I ever like, Hasan's hot, oh, I'm gonna fuck him? People are obsessed with him in that way that I find
I agree.
endlessly fucking
Gays are lining up for Hasan. Hasan barely get care less.
pathetic. I mean, play Taylor Lorenz thirsting over him. It's funny she accuses me of being psychosexually obsessed. Psychosexual obsession with Hasan is weird as hell. She's responding to me being like, he's not gonna sleep with you or something. Which you could call maybe you could call that chauvinistic. The joke's about you. But it's not that I want to have sex with him. But anyway, watch this and then tell me.
Ethan could care less about. He's straight. He doesn't want another man. He would prefer he would only do his wife.
I'm wrong.
Unreasonably good looking and
Hasan will do anyone, including children. I mean, Hasan.
Cool and
gay,
dresses
Matt?
cool.
Tell me about
But
it.
do you know what I mean? Like Hasan would be an influencer no matter what he was saying because he is
Hot.
Yeah, you wonder why the places don't let Hasan to do ads. I wonder why, because Coca-Cola does not want him to do ads, Hasan. Because they don't want their Coca-Cola to be called, we support terrorists and killing of children. Who wants to put the product in front of that? I would say zero. If I was a CEO out here, we're going to glaze terrorists, I'm going to go to that contract and rip it up immediately because you just glaze terrorists. I remember one person said, do something really bad, I wish not, and his VPN contract was completely destroyed right afterwards because he put his code out and said, we don't support this, sorry, we never supported this. And he immediately lost money, immediately destroyed the contract.
very attractive and very cool.
I love him.
And genuinely a good person too, I will say. Like Hasan is actually a cool, fun, good person.
Do you need a mop?
everything with Hasan. He's unreasonably good looking. Everything with
Like, what
Hasan.
the fuck?
He's good
This
looking
is-
and like.
Guys, take this in.
Listen, if
I think Ethan is having like coughing like that. There must be mold someplace. I don't know. He's probably had. I think Ethan has asthma. Usually, if you cough a lot, you have asthma. I actually had asthma one time, and you would cough a lot. His place is super clean. It's just he must have asthma or something must have happened, and it caused that.
If anything, Taylor is way more obsessed with Hasan, literally openly thirsting after him, like straight up, like literally just gargling for him. Yet Ethan is the one like obsessed with him for some reason. Hasan is always trying to make it fucking.
And actually, I have air purifier. I think Ethan should have air purifier around. You'll be surprised how much dirt is in your air. You should have one at your places. Buy air purifier. It's basically a HEPA filter with a fan. If you want to strap a HEPA filter to it and put a charcoal filter on it and suck it through. That's all you have to. You can build an air purifier at home, literally. Oh, it's a fan and some stuff.
Where like the degenerate brothel loving freak he actually is. Honestly, Diddy Dan Clancy is not going to be
And then run it on low.
very happy that Hasan here is talking about others in a sexual context. Like, you're gonna miss your appointment at 7 p.m., man. It's such a weird accusation as well because Ethan is married. Like, go after the cat lady, Taylor, I suppose. So then Ethan dunks on Taylor for getting jealous about Hasan.
Happy birthday, Hasan, she said. And Taylor said, wait, where are you? Come say hi.
She wants Hasan to come over.
2 likes. He didn't go and say hi.
I don't get it. What am
She's obsessed. She
I think
likes him.
'cause
She wants to meet him. She wants to be with him. She wants to smell him. She wants to be near him. She
She wants to lay in bed with him.
thinks he's hot. She thinks he's cool.
Oh my god, bro.
Remember that CEO who had he was cheating on his wife, and then the lady cheating on her husband? They lost everything.
How embarrassing is that?
Cheaters are always cheaters.
Like, honestly, that is just like 2 likes? Oh my god, it's like, please, Hasan, if you're in the area, I just need to sniff. I just need to sniff your presence, please.
I want to sniff your privates.
Hasan, I'll do anything. I'll write an extra article for you. Anything you want, please.
She wants to lay in bed and have his kids.
How absolutely pathetic. Get a grip, you goddamn cat lady. Oh my lord. Lord, you're like 40. Come on, calm down. Go back to defending Little Tay's OnlyFans at 12:01 a.m. on her 18th birthday. You absolute weirdo. Creep.
Just hilarious. If that was a video if that was not a live stream and that was 12 a.m., that means they recorded that beforehand. There's no way they probably recorded that days before. There's no way to get out at 12 a.m., 12:40 a.m. It doesn't matter. You're going to have to edit. You rehearse. You bought everything made multiple times. And the thing is, they could have done that a week before or even a month before when she was younger. And it's just that day when they did talk, she just had the same clothes on. They looked at everything. They had everything exact same. If I was going to do a video like that, just to lie about stuff, you do it weeks or even a month beforehand and just have it set. But if something happens or you automatically turn it off, and that will be automatic.
Now click this video or your next girlfriend is a Hasan Piker fan, dude. You're cooked. She's sending you Snapchats.